On this fabulous Tuesday afternoon. I figured I'd hop on here as I'm getting my little face together and we can talk about business funding. So I get a lot of questions about, what I gotta do to get business funding. How do I get this money for my business? What do I need to do? What kind of LLC do I need to have? So let's break down business funding. First and foremost, I will always say you want to make sure that when you're about to start a business that you know what you need the money for. What are we using the money for? A lot of times we will, max out our credit cards. We're going to get the loan, get the line of credit. But the money's actually going to things that we may not need, right? Well, I'll say it like this. Things that we may not need right now. So if you're just starting up, your any kind of seed money needs to be going to stuff that's going to make you money. So having the bomb office space, not necessary. Think of I call it a shoestring budget. Get on a shoestring budget for this reason. No matter how much funding you have, it's never going to be enough, okay? Your business is always going to need more money. So you want to make sure that if you are going to be incurring any debt, that all the money is going to be going to a purpose. So there will be 3 ways that you can get funding for your business. The first way and the quickest way will be for you to go into a bank and get a personal loan. So any kind of loan, any kind of line of credit for walking to the bank, somebody has to be qualified to get the money. So the first way to qualify were to be if you were going to personally guarantee the loan, you're going to walk in, you're going to apply, and you're going to use your social as who's going to be, responsible for the loan. That means that you have to be creditworthy to be able to get the loan. That's the first way. Option number 1 was probably what y'all didn't want to hear. Okay, option number 2. Option number 2 is to walk in with a business entity. So an LLC or a corporation. Now, to get a loan, meaning money from the bank, a loan or a line of credit, the business has to be credit worthy, meaning the business has to have the same requirements that a person would have to have walking into the bank. What are those requirements? They're going to want tax returns. They're going to want some financials, so a profit and loss statement. And then the business is going to need to have a business credit score or a paydex score of an 80. Well, what's that? So there are 3 business credit bureaus. There's actually 4, but there's 3 main business credit bureaus. The biggest one is going to be Dun & Bradstreet. There's going to be Small Business Experian and then Small Business Equifax. And you're going to establish business credit, meaning these, you have to have trade lines, you have to have reports, you have to have things that are going to be reporting to these business credit reports, okay? So for our business to start establishing business credit, the first thing you need to have is a Dun & Bradstreet number. either a Dun & Bradstreet number, a Dunn's number, a DMB number, all that is the same. So after you have your LLC, EIN, business bank account, you want to go to D as in David, N as in Nancy, B as in boy.com, DMB.com. And you want to get your Dun & Bradstreet number. It's free. Don't pay for it. There's going to be all these ads, all these credit builder programs. They're trying to get you on some kind of subscription. You don't need none of that. You just need to get your number, your Dun & Bradstreet number. Once you get your Dun & Bradstreet number, you can then start applying for different trade lines. So here's how business credit works. Think of your child or you going from kindergarten to high school. I don't care how smart you are, or I don't care how smart your child is. If your child is in kindergarten, they cannot go from kindergarten to being a senior in high school. Now, if they're super smart, can they maybe skip first grade? Yes. Can they skip kindergarten? Yes. But they cannot go from kindergarten to high school. So the number one mistake people do when they're trying to do business funding, and that's going to be funding that's solely based on the business EIN, meaning you are not using your social, you're not using anything regarding you personally to guarantee this loan or to qualify for the loan. So to stand on your own, some people just get that LLC and they immediately go to applying for credit cards. When you do that, you are the kindergartner trying to get into 9th grade. It's not going to work, okay? So elementary school, we got to first complete. That's going to be you going to get your Tier 1 trade lines. Tier 1 trade lines are also going to be known as net 30 accounts. They're going to be businesses that are going to sell you things that you probably don't want, okay? They're going to sell your thing. They're going to sell you things to your business, but they're only going to use your business EIN. They're not going to ask for your social. You may have heard of a Quill, a Granger, a T-shirt club. These are all different Tier 1 vendors. These people don't have nothing you want, okay? So you go on these websites, don't be fired up. It's nothing you want. So I tell my clients, I have a one-on-one business credit program. If you want the link, type in, if you're on my Instagram page, you can type in Biz Credit, B-I-Z Credit, and the link will be sent to you. If you're on my TikTok page, just click the link in my bio. But you got to play the game, okay? You got to play the game. If you want to establish business credit, this is the process. So you're going to go get some Tier 1 accounts, some net 30 vendors. Think of it like this. I have to do this to start establishing business credit. Chase ain't about to approve you for a credit card. The bank is not going to give your business a loan. So when you first get your LLC and you hear all these things, a no-doc loan, you're going to get 50 grand in 3 days. All that is using your personal social to get that loan. So can you get an LLC tomorrow and get funding the next day? Yes, you can, but you're going to have to use your social. Now, depending on what kind of business you have, how much you need the money, if you are credit worthy, that may be an option for you. But I'm just going to give you all the different options that you have and then the requirements, okay? So if you're saying I want a loan, I want to do credit solely in the business EIN name, it's going to be a process. So first, you're going to get some Tier 1 vendor accounts. Think of it like this. Let me try to find some things for either my business. Let me try to find some things I can maybe use around my house. Cleaning supplies, like instead of going to Costco or Sam's, you'll maybe buy some things off of these trade lines, okay? They're boring. It's nothing that you really want. But they will report that trade line. They will report your purchase to Dun & Bradstreet, Small Business Experience, and Small Business Equifax. That's what we're wanting. A lot of vendors that businesses use do not report to the business credit bureaus. That's why it's so hard. Let me not say hard. That's why it's sometimes a little more complicated to establish business credit. So you're going to go to Granger, Quill, T-shirt Club, JJ Gold. You're going to go to different Tier 1 vendors. And you're going to establish an account with them. And you're going to buy something, and they're going to send you an invoice, and you're going to pay that invoice off. We are looking for that transaction to hit on our business credit report. You need to have a nav.com account, nav.com, nav.com. nav.com will kind of serve as credit karma for your business credit score. So you go to nav.com, N-A-V as in Victor.com, and you're going to get the paid version. They got a free version, but the free version is not going to show you your credit score on all three bureaus. You want to get the paid version. It may be $40, $50 a month, okay? And when you get that nav.com account, you now can see your business name. You got to have a Dun & Bradstreet number to get the nav.com account. So we're going to do Dun & Bradstreet. You're going to get the nav.com account, and we're going to now start getting trade lines. We're going to be buying things that we don't want, don't need. So I don't want to hear, I don't want to, how do I get business credit without, you can't, okay? You can't go swimming in that without getting wet. You're going to have to do this process. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to get a nav.com account so you can see when that trade line is going to hit. So you're going to go on Quill and make a purchase. You're going to go on Granger and make a purchase. Now, all these sites will have, they know that you're only there to establish business credit. They don't think that you're a real customer. They all know that the only reason why you are here is to establish business credit, okay? So you're going to make some purchases. Some of them may require a minimum purchase, like for us to report to the credit bureau, you have to at least spend $50. You got to spend $100. Whatever is the minimum purchase you have to make, you want to go ahead and make that so that they can report it. And you are, I want this brush. Once you have a certain amount of trade lines reporting on your nav.com account, now we're going to go to tier 2, or now we're going to go to middle school, okay? So we done left elementary school, and now we're going to go to middle school. Your tier 2 trade lines are going to be store credit cards. Credit cards that you can use at an actual store, okay? So your Staples, Staples, Office Depot, Best Buy, Sam's Club, your gas cards. That's going to be tier 2. Okay? So tier 1 are going to be or what they also call net 30 accounts. Tier 2 will be your store credit cards or your gas credit cards. Okay? Once again, once we get approved, we're going to go make some purchases. We're going to pay them. And we're going to wait to look on our nav.com account to see when they report to our business credit, to the different business credit bureaus. So Dun & Bradstreet is the biggest business credit bureau, and you're looking for a Paydex score. A Paydex score is like a FICO score. That's going to be your business credit score on Dun & Bradstreet. So you want a Paydex score of an 80. So once we make those payments and we see that trade line, you see that account reporting on nav.com, then we're going to go to tier 3. Okay? Tier 3 is going to be your cash credit cards. Credit cards that you can actually go and spend on anything. So tier 3 will be your American Express, your Chase, your Capital One, a credit card that you can just spend anywhere. That's going to be tier 3. Once again, you're going to charge the card. You're going to make some purchases. I forgot to put my little dark thing on here. You're going to make some purchases. And then once those purchases, or once that trade line hits your business credit report, now you can now go to tier 4 or high school. Tier 4 is going to be a line of credit, a loan, or vehicle financing. Now, tier 1 and tier 2 and tier 3. So your net 30, your net 30 accounts are the ones the trade lines that you don't want. The store credit cards and the cash credit cards, all of that can be done on any kind of business entity. And they are not worried about, that's not what I wanted. They are not worried about any kind of business revenue. Okay? So tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 is going to be, let me set this first. Jesus. You can get that kind of funding. So either kind of any kind of store credit, credit card credit, you can get that with just having an LLC, EIN, business bank account, and your Dun & Bradstreet number. And then you also meet whatever other qualifications for the different tiers. So if you consider that business funding, like I just need some credit card, I need a store credit card. If that's business funding to you, then you are good to go. Now, if you're like, well, no, business funding to me is I need some cash. What I got to do, I can't just, a credit card not going to get it. Me being able to put something on my Sam's Club or Staples card, I need me some money. Well, if you need some money, that's going to be, once again, tier 4. But anything dealing with money, meaning the bank's going to hand you something. They're either going to hand you money as a loan. A loan means that they're going to give you X amount of money and you pay the same amount. You have the same payment every single month. A line of credit is you have access to a certain amount of money, and whatever the amount is that you use, you pay on that. And then third will be vehicle financing. So I'm going to, cut you a check or cut a dealership a check for you to go ahead and get a car in a company name. For vehicle financing, for a loan or a line of credit, the business has to be revenue worthy. Okay, so in order for you to walk into a bank and walk out with some hardcore cash, your business has to be revenue worthy, meaning your business monthly revenue qualifies or justifies the loan. So if I have Joyce T-shirt boutique and Joyce T-shirt boutique makes gross, meaning before expenses, $5,000 a month, and I walk into Ford and I want to go buy a $100,000 Sprinter, well, I'm not going to be able to qualify because my business revenue is not enough to qualify for the amount of the loan. So I think a lot of people sometimes are misinformed and they think, let me get this LLC tonight, and then tomorrow I'm supposed to go give me $1 million in the business name. That's not how it works, okay? So, business funding, if you want to go get some credit card money, some store credit, you can do all of that with an LLC, EIN, business bank account. But if you want a vehicle, if you want some hardcore cash, the business has to have revenue that can sustain that note, that can sustain that debt. And they're going to start pulling from, they're going to want the last 90 days of business bank statements. Okay? So, if you have money somewhere, in about 120 days, we need to start getting that money into the account that you're trying to get funding on. Now, if you don't want to use your personal social to get funding, or if you're like, well, my business, I'm not going to be able to qualify for anything from my business because, I'm not making that kind of revenue, a third option would be business grants. Business grants don't require any kind of tax returns. You don't have to have a certain amount of revenue. Business grants are real startup friendly in the sense that they don't really require much documentation. They really just want you to have an LLC, EIN, business bank account. Business grants, they want to know why you need the money. So you want to ask for things that are going to make you money. So asking to pay you a salary isn't going to make the business any money. Asking to pay off some debt isn't going to make the business any money. You want to ask for things. Oh, shoot. Not my mocha, my Miami. You want to ask for things, thank God, that are going to make you money. Things like maybe inventory, marketing, remodeling expenses, payroll for other people, any kind of professional fees. You have to get a patent on something, or you have to get a trademark, office rent. Like if you're trying to come out of being in your home and get an office space, or if you're already in an office space, but now you need a bigger office space. Things that will make you money, that's what you want to ask for in a business grant. I have a business grant bundle that will give you over 900 business grants, along with training videos. If you're on my Instagram page, you can just comment grants in the comment and a link will be sent to you. If you're on my TikTok or YouTube page, you'll have to click the link in my bio and then tap on business grants. But grants are a simple way of getting money into your business. But the best thing about grants is, one, you don't have to pay the money back. Number two, it's not based on credit. So if you are an established business and maybe your credit, you are overextended. Like you have good credit, you're just overextended, right? If you're overextended, then you will need to apply for business grants. The other good thing about applying for business grants is that most of the applications are going to be online, right? A lot of people are like, well, you know, I've never written a grant before. I'm not a good writer, baby. Online. If you're on my Instagram page, just scroll down. I have done a couple of grant walkthroughs. Some of the grants will ask you just 3 or 4 questions. Why do you need the money? What challenges do you face in your business? How will this grant money help you? They are really simple to apply for. So I always tell business owners, apply for 5 to 10 business grants a month. Apply for 5 to 10 business grants a month. Number 1 is going to increase your chances of winning. Number 2, you're going to get accustomed to what they're asking you. The grant application is going to ask you really the same thing. It's going to ask it differently. So once you fill out one application, just write down your answers, you're really just copying and pasting the same thing on the other grant applications. But when you apply for multiple grants, you're going to, 1, get more familiar with what they're asking. You're going to feel more confident in what you're applying for. And then it's also going to increase the likelihood of you winning. I always have a client who, he has a record store. He sells records. And yes, old school vinyl records. And he got the $10,000 Be Good grant this summer. And then turned around and got another $40,000 grant. So just by applying for grants, he got $50,000 of money he's not going to have to pay back. That he didn't have to provide 2 years financials, 2 years tax returns. That wasn't based on his credit to help him grow his business. Now, another great thing about business grants is that however many LLCs or corporations you have, they each can be applying for the same business grant. So if I have Joyce T-shirt and I have Joyce Barbecue, Joyce T-shirt can apply for the grant, and Joyce Barbecue can apply for the same grant. So either you're going to walk into the bank and use your social to personally guarantee a loan or a line of credit, or you're going to establish business credit in your business name. Going through those steps, elementary school, junior high, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, or you can apply for business grants. But those would be like your 3 main options when you're trying to go and get business funding. So an LLC alone is not going to give you, maybe this thing is broke. An LLC alone is not, you can't walk into the bank alone, which is the LLC, and get funding. All of that is tied to your social. If you don't want to be tied to your social, then you have to go through those steps that I told you. I'll save this live. TikTok, I can't save a full live. So I have to like save snippets. I don't know why, but yeah, I gotta say like I can only repost. Tap the screen, share the live love. Tap the screen, share. Okay, who is this? Book by Brit. Where is that? I'm kind of new on TikTok. So booked on Brit, where do I hit, where is the share the live love? Where's that? If you still hear book by Brit. So I'm doing my last free masterclass this Sunday. Now, y'all have shown up and showed out. This is going to be my last one because I am starting my 5-day business challenge on March 3rd. So this Sunday is going to be my last free masterclass. I'm going to be going over, oh, you were saying to the viewers, thank you, Book. Okay, Book by Brit. Okay, Book by Brit. You know, I'm new to TikTok. I didn't know, okay? So this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I am doing my last free masterclass. We're going over the proper business structure. We are going over how to protect our assets. We're going over business grants, how to find them, how to win them, how to really make your business stand out amongst the competition when you're applying for business grants. We are going over the contracts you need to protect yourself as a business owner so people aren't just stealing your stuff, your trade secrets, how to properly, put money into your business without being taxed on it. And I am going over marketing, how to go and get your client and bring them to your website or bring them to your brick and mortar building. So if you're interested in learning information like that and you're on my Instagram page, just type in bank in the comment and a link will be sent to you. If your Instagram page is private, DM me the word bank and I can send you the link. If you're on my TikTok page, you just need to click the link in my bio and the first option is going to be for my free masterclass. It's going to be, you're going to get a link to it. It's going to be this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So Instagram, all you got to do is type in the word bank and a link will be sent to you or DM me if your page is private. TikTokers, just click that first link in the bio and you'll see a link to register for my free masterclass. It's going to be this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You will get a link that will be emailed to you. Shout out to anyone who's already taken one of my master classes this month, for taking time out on the weekend to get your business together. I have met so many fun people doing this master class. I like to call people up. So I called some people up Sunday. Just kind of meet the people. I like to meet the people, see who are you, what kind of business you got, where you coming from, what we talking about, right? So I'm excited about starting this challenge in March, getting your business to the bank in 60 days. It's my See at the Bank challenge. If you're interested in getting information about joining my mentorship program, then I would suggest that you sign up on Sunday. Sunday's my last little go around of doing this little free masterclass, and then we got to get to work. We got to get to the bank. Okay, well, I will, TikTokers, I will try to save some of my little snippets that I can save. Instagram, I'll put this live on my page. So if you came in late, you can kind of get the information you need. But I hope everyone has a great rest of their Tuesday. And I will, of course, see you at the bank. Bye.